Okay, good afternoon. So, our group has... Good afternoon pala. My name is Muhammad Talib and our group will be presenting... well, actually, we have thought of the solution called SaniCheck. So, what's SaniCheck all about is that it is actually a good solution. It's a perfect, we would say it's the perfect solution for for sanitary engineers, health inspectors, and health workers alike, and including the community. So we raised the problem before that sanitary engineers and workers and health workers and inspectors need efficient rating and the assessment of establishments and other areas and communities. And for some people, individuals cannot raise their sanitation problems with air in their area without immediate response because uh, the community process the report has takes time for it a response. So with SaniCheck, we have our users. They're starting with the sanitary engineers, and we also have the health inspectors who both alike are responsible for carrying out measures for protecting public health and providing support to minimize health and safety hazards. We also advise industrial plants in disposal of obnoxious gases, oils, greases, and other chemicals that can that can actually harm your health. And they also inspect and regulate sanitary condition in public places such as markets, parks, and camps and other areas. So we also have for companies who would like to have their facilities certified to be sanitized. We have they have their company representative of SaniCheck to periodically submit reports or sanitary reports that shows improvement for that can help their company be known as very well sanitized and clean. Then of course, finally, the one of the users that can join here that can apply SaniCheck could be you or any other individual. So you can rate an area by sending a feedback, whether it could be positive or negative response of the area with the details of the details of the area, the address, and you can also upload a photo of it for better visual aid. Um, Next is that, so what can SaniCheck do? So first, it can do online checklisting of list of sanitation evaluation of areas. Aside from that, it can also do recommend. It can also provide recommendations, information recommendations, and solutions for the evaluated area. Aside from that, there's the I can also monitor sanitation status, and then there's the sanitation zone classification and rating, whether it is good, whether it's average, or it needs improvement. Then next, so for us, what can we gain from that? So for the individuals, for the residents of a community, it can serve as a medium between you and the government officials, since this can submit an immediate report and thus be providing immediate response. Aside from that, it can also provide solution information. It can give ease of work rather for the sanitation engineers because they don't need to grab a stack of paper to write on. They can just use their mobile phones or their tablets, visit the web page or the web app, and they can add their data based on their evaluation, and then after that, it can be immediately submitted to the service as the central service. So usually, if you see an evaluation form of for sanitation, you can see the details of the area assessed or evaluated, and there's the checklist whether it is good that provides the necessary information of whether it is clean or not. So how does it work? So let's go first let's base it on a scenario. The first scenario is for residents or an individual for a community. So we have Albert that notices his neighborhood sewage system having leaks and have not been fixed for 2 weeks by the authorities. So how is that they cannot just go their first the primitive options could be that they have to visit or send a complaint to their barangay centers and then have to wait for a response. For this, if he for this with SaniCheck, you can submit a complaint online and then as a free member since it is for the individual and a community and he can capture a photo to show more details about the complaint of the for the sewage system, and then when it's submitted to the central service, it can then be passed down to the government, or in this case could be the water district or the environmental office to respond to the complaint. So the outcome is that because of quick submission of complaint and a quick response, they have saved time in they have saved time in the process, and the, there have been a better communication between you and the government, and then as an individual you can also rate whether the area or the response is satisfactory or not. Then the second scenario is another, for instance, if Celine is assigned to evaluate the sanitation at a power plant, she is expected to submit immediate results by her superior. So since it might take time because you will have to go do paperwork, with this she can just inspect the area and gather data using her smartphone, and then without using a stack of paper, she can just use that. And after gathering necessary information, she can immediately submit it online to her superiors. So it is quick. Celine was able to save time in performing sanitation check and had easier approach. So results that have been submitted were rather quick and have no delays. So here's a chart where they have on how it really works. So for sanitary engineers and health inspectors, and they would have to log in for their profile, and then they can load their inspection form for if they are going to do the inspection. So when they fill up the survey form, they then submit it to the central service, and when the submission is a success, they will receive a system response. After sending the form to the central service, it is then processed and then uploaded to the web for public view whether the area is good or not with the as evaluated or assessed by the sanitary engineers. Then we also have for the free members, or like as individuals only, for our residents, we can log in as a free member. We can then load the web app. We can either complain or just add more info. So if you want to complain, you can load the complaint form, and then you can send it to the central service, and then you'll be receiving a system reply that that the submission was a success. When the central service receives your complaint, they then collaborate this with the government, and then they ask so the government can work it out with them with your complaint. After that, your complaint and photos and other details will then be also spread will be uploaded to the webs for public view as well. So for the target features of this, for the sanitary office members and inspectors, they can do the photo capture for for visual aid of their assessment, and they can upload it to the central service of the site inspected. They have the geotagging so that there's a more detailed approach on the location. Then for the community, there's a free membership, so anybody can join and they can voice out their concern. There's the privilege to like or dislike the sanitation of the area, and they can see the milestone or the development or any updates about the area. And of course, finally, there's the ranking of the cleanest community. So we can then see the who among all the communities being assessed here or being what is being evaluated here have the cleanest or the most sanitized community. So technically, our work is in progress. So far, that will be all. Thank you so much. Wow.